If your wife looked you in the eye and said, "I can't stand you," most men would know exactly where they stand. But that's rarely how it happens. Instead, she says, "I love you," while treating you like an inconvenience. She says she cares, but everything about her behavior makes you feel unwanted. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because when a woman secretly resents her husband, she usually doesn't announce it. She shows it. Slowly, quietly, day after day. By the end of this video, you may recognize some signs you've been ignoring for years. And trust me, the last one is the most brutal. Number 1, she watches you struggle and does nothing. This one hurts. Because it's not always obvious. You're overwhelmed. She sees it. She doesn't help. You're exhausted. She notices. She doesn't care. You're carrying the weight of the family, the bills, the responsibilities, and instead of supporting you, she criticizes you. Some men are drowning right in front of their wives, and the wife responds with complaints instead of concern. She notices your stress, but never asks how you're doing. She sees your pain, but somehow makes the conversation about herself. A woman who loves her husband doesn't enjoy watching him break. A woman who resents him often becomes indifferent to his suffering. Number 2, you can never do anything right. No matter what you do, it's wrong. Work hard. You don't spend enough time at home. Spend time at home. You're not ambitious enough. Buy her a gift. You picked the wrong one. Don't buy a gift. You're not thoughtful. Help around the house. You didn't do it properly. Stay out of the way. You're not involved enough. The rules change every day. The target keeps moving. And eventually you realize something painful. The problem isn't what you're doing. The problem is that she's already decided you're the problem. When resentment takes over, nothing is ever enough. Because the goal isn't improvement. The goal is control. Number 3, she has a whole life you're not part of. You know, she's busy. But somehow, she's never too busy for everyone else. Friends know her plans. Coworkers know her schedule. Social media knows where she is. But her husband, the man she married, he's the last person to know. You find out what she's doing after it's already happened. You feel like a stranger in your own marriage, like a roommate paying bills, like a guest in someone else's life. A wife who values her husband includes him. A wife who resents him keeps him at a distance. Number 4, she withholds affection and blames you for it. She rarely touches you, rarely hugs you, rarely kisses you, rarely shows any warmth. When you bring it up, somehow it becomes your fault. You're too needy, too emotional, too demanding, too sensitive. Everything is your fault. Meanwhile, the emotional distance keeps growing. You start questioning yourself, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why the woman who once couldn't wait to be near you now acts like you're invisible. A marriage cannot thrive when affection becomes a weapon. Number 5, she humiliates you in front of others. This one is more common than people admit. She mocks you in front of friends, makes jokes at your expense, shares embarrassing stories after you asked her not to, points out your mistakes in public, and when you get upset, she says, "Relax, it was just a joke," but somehow the joke is always about you, not her. You become the entertainment, the punchline, the guy everyone laughs at, and little by little, your dignity gets chipped away. Respect cannot survive where humiliation becomes a habit. Number 6, she can't stand seeing you happy. Have you ever noticed that every time you're in a good mood, she somehow finds a way to ruin it? You're excited about something, she immediately points out a problem. You're laughing. She brings up an argument. You're proud of an achievement. She reminds you of your failures. Some men spend years thinking this is normal. It's not. When someone loves you, your happiness brings them joy. When someone resents you, your happiness becomes an irritation. And they feel an urge to bring you back down. Not always openly, sometimes with sarcasm, sometimes with criticism, sometimes with a single comment that kills the mood. Number 7, you feel like a responsibility, not a husband. A woman who truly loves and respects her man makes room for him in her life. A woman who resents him treats him like another chore. When you're stressed, she seems irritated. When you need support, she's suddenly unavailable. When something good happens to you, she barely reacts. You get a promotion. That's nice. You achieve a goal. Good for you. No excitement. No pride. No enthusiasm. It's like your existence annoys her. And after a while, you stop sharing things because you already know the response you'll get. That's not partnership. That's tolerance. A lot of men stay in relationships like this because they're waiting for proof, waiting for a confession, waiting for their wife to finally say, "I don't love you anymore." But actions speak long before words do. When respect disappears, when kindness disappears, when support disappears, when affection disappears, you shouldn't ignore it. A healthy marriage isn't perfect, but it should never feel like you're living with someone who secretly can't stand you. So tell me in the comments, which of these signs have you seen the most in modern relationships? And if this video opened your eyes, subscribe for more relationship insights, psychology, marriage lessons, and real life stories.